Today on Adventures and Things, I make an important discovery. Intro. So we're here at the nation's capital, the birthplace of Canadian politics and Canadian taxes, buddy, where you could stretch your dollar from here all the way over to the neighboring province, which isn't that far, and that's kind of the point of this video. So fresh off a tax season, I am here to tour around Ottawa on my tax refund of $99.82. And if Ottawa is anything like Canadian politics, we are in for a treat. So we're up here at Capitol Hill, or Parliament Hill. We're not in the States, and we're just gonna tour around here because I believe it's free, or on the tax dollar anyways. So let's go tour around and have fun. There's some stuff to see in politics and all that stuff. Ross and I couldn't tour where we wanted to because of all the construction. We were curious, however, of the cost of all of this, and it was a mere $5 billion just to fix the center block, which sent Ross into a rant, the likes of which would be censored on HBO. The gist of what he said was, "That's a lot of money. You could have gotten a tax return of $100, is what he said. So we settled down and looked at statues of dead people. Coming to the harsh realization that everything in our lives is ephemeral, fleeting like a passing cloud, reminding us of the impermanence of existence and the importance of cherishing each moment. Time swiftly carries away the experiences, relationships, and material possessions we hold dear, urging us to embrace the present and find meaning in the transient nature of our journey we call life. We decided to take our existential crisis to the downtown and market where it belongs." Okay, down here on Spark Street, and it feels like it's lost its spark. There's not a lot of people here. Now, there is a marathon on, and it is kind of early in the season, but Spark Street's usually pretty cool. It's packed with people. You can come down and people watch all day, which is one of my favorite things to do. And yeah, anyways, it's not like that right now, but we're gonna go to the Byward Market, so that'll probably be fun. We went to the cafe where they sell Obama cookies, and I wondered what it would be like if Obama was president of Canada. So Ross, needing to explain the complexities of Canadian politics to me, took me out for lunch where non-copyright free music was playing. So voiceover Mike, who is much smarter than on-camera Mike, will teach you what he learned. You see, Mike, is what Ross said, Obama, albeit would make a great president of Canada, there are a couple reasons he can't, and they are big. first, we have a Prime Minister of Canada. And secondly, and this is even more important, he doesn't have a Canadian birth certificate. So on camera, Mike said, you know, I ordered the roti and this looks nothing like Jamaican roti, which is probably good because we're in an Indian restaurant. Ross nodded and said, let's go to some caves, Plato. Okay, so where are we and what are we doing?
We are about to embark on the perilous journey in Gatineau Park down to Luskville Caves. It's a 10-kilometer return trip from the parent beach camping parking lot. And the pinnacle of the trip is going to be a sweet cave filled with water. It's going to be icy cold as it's still early in the season. Can my toes handle it? What did I say, Mike?
You said 2 weeks ago it was like there was still snow up here.
There were patches of snow. I would know because I was up here just 2 weeks ago and I seen them.
Seen some good. So we're gonna go do that and we'll see how it goes, I guess.
Was that TV enough for you?
Yeah, that was PG-13 enough. We walked in slow motion for the first part of the hike, and then we saw a snake that convinced us to look at trees and continue walking at 24 frames per second. That way we didn't get to the caves too late, he said. Okay, we're entering the cave. We started on our way down the caves, which were formed some 11,000 years ago in the last glaciation. The Wisconsin glacier started to melt, and the trapped water eroded the marble underneath the surrounding rocks, making this cave-like thing. With all this history and mystery, we weren't sure what to expect in there.
The scary part is in the dark, creepy cave up close to your head. Alright.
What do you want to do? Hey, there's a fish! It'll guide us. We got to an area we weren't sure if we could pass, and after much contemplation, we bravely moved on through this super scary area.
Oh, we're kind of stupid. Just look at your heart.
Oh, it's right at level. Okay. Something touched me. I think the fish bit me. Oh man, this is intense. Okay, I maybe made that sound a little more dramatic than it was. All right, that was cave one. I think there's another one that we have to go through. We're gonna check it out just up here. Okay, we're just trying to find a path down this.
For me, it is. Yeah, is that something you could even consider? Like, personally, I can't. Like, I just can't do that.
No. That's insane. Ross and I once again showed our bravery by turning around and exiting the cave in a cinematic fashion. So we're down here at the Rideau Canal. It's a beautiful walk down here. Voiceover Mike's gonna tell you a little bit about the history of it as we walk to it, and let's just get to it. It's such a cool place with a really neat history, and well, we're gonna learn about it. The Rideau Canal, a remarkable engineering marvel, was constructed between 1826 and 1832 as a strategic military waterway linking Ottawa and Kingston. Lieutenant Colonel John By led the ambitious project, overseeing the creation of the 202-kilometer canal system equipped with 45 wooden locks, transforming it into a vital trade route for goods and fostering economic growth in the region. Wow, how exciting! You know what we should do? We should go to the Rideau River and see if we can find some more excitement there. And then it was my turn, and you can see how I hold on to the rope and the others didn't. Well, that's because they weren't scared for their life. Amateurs. Anyways, all this being on a boat stuff reminded me of the best part of the canal. Boats! And the excitement of watching them go through the locks. Wowzers, that's exciting stuff right there. Well, that's one lockdown, and only 29 more to go. Okay, so that's it for our Ottawa travels. I hope you enjoyed this. I wanted to end down here where the Rideau Canal meets the Ottawa River. The Rideau Canal is one of my favorite places. I love coming down to the locks and watching the boats go through and stuff. And in the wintertime, I used to love skating on the canal. Unfortunately, the last couple of years, from what I understand, it's been too warm in the world's coldest capital for the Rideau Canal to actually freeze. And I'm not a scientist. I don't understand any of this warming stuff. So I don't know. It just doesn't freeze anymore for some random reason. Who knows? But I also wanted to mention that I was afforded the luxury of having free accommodation, a free tour guide, someone to take me out for cheap meals. So your travel to Ottawa might greatly differ mine, because you'll probably spend more than $99.82. So on that terrible letdown, thank you so much for watching. Tune in next time for who knows where we're gonna be, but I'll give you some more great travel tips just like in this.